I'll take the next one. It's My Old School. This is, the thing I love about film festivals is I love not knowing what I'm getting myself into. I read that little blurb, sounds kind of interesting. Okay, I'll dive in. This one, I looked it up. There's Alan Cumming on the in the big picture there, and so I'm thinking this is a comedy, but this is actually a documentary that stars Alan Cumming as the figure of as the subject of the documentary. It's about this kid named Brandon Lee who who enrolls in a prep school in Glasgow, Scotland, called Bearsden Academy, and he's kind of a late enrollment. He walks in and he's noticeable because he's in full school uniform. He's tall, he's lanky. He doesn't look like the other kids, but he's definitely noticeable. But probably nerd is the best way to describe him. So he goes in, he kind of keeps to himself, but you find out as classes go on that he's this genius. He knows everything about medicine and the human anatomy. At one point, they're in English class, they're talking about Death of a Salesman, and he has this great depth and insight about Death of a Salesman, so much so that the school, the drama teachers insist that he audition for their production of South Pacific. He takes the role of I forgot the name of, it's not the Frenchman, but it's the other guy, who sings Younger Than Springtime. He gets the role. He performs it. Everyone, loves his performance. He soon quickly becomes the most popular kid in school. His best friend is the only black student at that school, and because of association, the jock who had been bullying him all semester is now his friend. So he's kind of uniting people, and he's just this charismatic guy. And then all of a sudden, you realize the truth comes out. This guy is not who he says he is, and I don't know how much to spoil, but think of the movie Never Been Kissed. I'll just say that Brandon winds up
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, with Drew Barrymore.
No,
I'll give a little bit, but Brandon winds up being this 30-year-old man who went back to school. And not only did he go back to school, he went back to the school that he went to when he was in high school. And he was taught the second time by the same teachers who taught him the first time. And so now what unravels is, who is this guy? Why is he doing what he's doing? And the story just really unravels in this weird way. And one thing to point out is Brandon didn't do it, or that's not his real name even. But he did it for reasons that you wouldn't expect. Like, he's not a pedophile, he's not a predator. But the reason why he did it, and then the beauty of this documentary is the fact that not only is Brandon in the movie, and I'll say it this way, Alan Cummings, Brandon wanted to be in the movie, but he didn't want his face in the movie. So Alan Cummings, who was supposed to play him in a dramatic version of that movie, of the story in a movie several years ago, plays him now, lip syncs his audio interview, and then does his younger voice in the animations, all these reenactments. Aside from that, the filmmaker went to the school, was a classmate of Brandon, and he was able to gather at least 12 other students, and they just talk about the story. And then they talk about revealing when they found out what happened. And then at the third act, they piece together what Brandon was thinking and what he was doing and how he was able to get into school and pull off what he did. And it's just this really fascinating story of a guy who pulled something incredible off. And then to think back and kind of, piece it together and figure out, well, wow, this is a bigger story than anyone had ever imagined.
Wow, Alan, that sounds. I'm sorry you ruined a little bit of it, but it sounds so cool.
Yeah, I only teased a little bit of it.
Don't tell me more.
It gets more incredible. Yeah, the joy
sounds really good.
The joy of this movie is just watching everything reveal. I liken it to last year's Misha and the Wolves, because you just don't know what's going to be revealed next. It's not as dark as that, but it's just as impactful.
Cool.
Wow, that is awesome. Says, hi, everyone. Hey, hey, RM. Good to chat. Glad to have you here. Is a renowned commentator on other YouTube channels. No, I'm serious. Midnight's Edge, among others. So happy to see you there. Often see her on Rob Burnett's late night show. Because I don't know, I'm addicted to YouTube live streams. What can I say?